Randy, if you can give us some of your final thoughts before we kind of move you guys off to the side. What kind of what kind of things would you want to leave somebody to take away who's kind of maybe early in this process, they're kind of like thinking about it. What kind of final piece of advice would you want to leave them with?
This is a old but true saying. It's not the tool, it's the team, it's the people, it's the process. So the tools are important, but I think as probably most of us have seen at different points in our career, a good tool is only useful if you're putting it to good use. If you've got lousy processes, if you have anti-collaborative functions, if you relegate compliance, quality, or I'd throw in this case cybersecurity, any of these kind of core functions of a good product, or in our case, a good medical device, to an afterthought, the tool ain't gonna help. It really is about a constant quality and process improvement. And that's why I love watching Melissa and her team kind of effectuate this change across the organization, is because it's huge. And I'll leave you with one final point, which is that I think, we could talk about how this impacts clients. We talked about onboarding, but I think it's also really has a big impact on our employees and ultimately on satisfaction and retention. And the way I'll describe this is, well, for the old way, I'm going to try to share a picture here. I'm sorry, I have
Go
a
for
pop
it.
culture reference from everybody. This is from Wayne's World. This is when somebody adapts a vacuum cleaner to be a hair cutting machine, and he's screaming, "Stop it, it's sucking my will to live." That's the old way. And I think if we put people on our team who have now kind of helped us get to this new stage and this new level of integrated, automated excellence, and told them, okay, we're going to take that away and go back to the old way, I don't know that we'd keep them as employees. I think they'd say, you could have it when you pry it from my cold dead fingers, to quote the bumper sticker.
Yeah.
And
To
that's
add on
big.
to what Randy just said, like we absolutely had a project retrospective where we had some folks that had used this tooling for the first time, and like they brought up on their own without prompting that they really liked the process for creating the documentation and the tooling that we had, and that was a huge improvement for what they've done in the past.
Yeah, yeah. Years ago, I remember reading that Steelcase in Grand Rapids, Michigan, which is a very, big office furniture company, and they were known for very modern design and user-centered ethnographic research and all this. They built a corporate headquarters that apparently was just unbelievable, the light and the air quality. And they had people who quit and then came back and said, I can't work in another office building. Literally, this building is so much better to work in. I think it's sort of that same thing, which is looking at that tooling. So I would say, those are two key things. This is a competitive asset. It's not a cheaper way to get done the stuff you have to get done. It's a competitive asset.